Well, good evening. This is Iron Horse again, and it's been one of them days, when you just have to put the camera further away from you. Take previous beer bottle caps off the beer bottle cap opener and crack open another one and say, well, cheers, how you doing? I'm a lot better now. Oh, man. Another one of those evenings where, how can you put it into perspective? The only way you can put it into perspective is by realising that every evening you're coughing up a lot of phlegm, spitting it out, sometimes blowing a lot through the sinuses, and it's not the way I'd like to be. My whole journey on this started with how I'd like to be. I'd like to be that we weren't sprayed with chemtrails every day. I'd like to think that we as human beings deserve to live on a nice sort of planet. And I'll use that word freely because even though I don't believe we live on a planet, I believe that word means plan it with a hyphen in between, you know what I mean? Like if you plan it, then you live on the planet. And I believe this has been planned maybe so people like myself can come along and just debunk it. I don't know. Like whether or not I wear a hat makes no difference. I am still who I am. People think that I'm doing some sort of cosplay or whatever because I put a hat on. We're all actors on a stage. That is the truth of the matter. And well, if I'm going to play a role, then fuck it. I'm a wizard because I do have the solutions to a lot of the problems. And look, I cop a lot of shit from a lot of angles, and I don't blame people because they're fucking idiots. Like they were born that way. They're just fucking idiots. They can't help themselves. It's almost as though destiny says, you little piece of fucking shit, you will go be a fucking idiot. Off you go now. Off you go do your thing, and one day get into the YouTube comments and call Iron Horse some sort of thing that makes him feel bad about himself or something, because you were destined to do that. That is your role in life. That's it. That's all you got. Go do that. And off they trollop into the trolloloposphere and perform their role. Meanwhile, we realists are trying to deal with some serious motherfucking shit. Like, is the Earth a spinning ball in space? No. That's that. There's no more debate, okay? We don't have to sit and talk about flat Earth forever. Okay, we've sorted that shit out. We sorted that out some years ago, and now we have to sort out then, well, it's one of the biggest questions we get asked, isn't it? Why would they tell us that we live on a spinning ball in outer space if we don't live on a spinning ball in outer space? Huh? What are we on, a pancake Earth? better brews I've brewed in a while. So who are they? Who exactly, at the end of the day, are they? Who told you you live on a spinning ball hurtling through outer space? They? Who are they? Who? Who the motherfucker are they? And I think that's actually a mighty good question to think about for a second. Well, yeah, who are they? Are they the ones that give us dinosaur fossil fuels or something to make us run our motor cars on? Or were they the ones that have healed all our diseases, even though now apparently we've got pandemics breaking out left, right and centre, and we still haven't cured the common cold, which is actually why I delayed this video, and I'm still a little bit sinusy because I'm still suffering a few symptoms of the common cold. In fact, the moment I decided I was going to sit down and start this video, I got the usual symptoms that I used to get when I decided I was going to go and take my dog for a walk down the road. It's like I'm getting ready for something, and all of a sudden my body would kick into motion and I'd start sneezing and sneezing and sneezing and blow out a whole heap of mucus. And this is me about 10 tissues later, and you'll have to forgive me if there was something I brought along earlier to prepare for such occasion, because I'm still sucking mucus out and expelling it in some way, shape or form. And I think that this is something that needs to be addressed, is that there are no diseases. How often have you seen a dog get a cough or cold, or a cat get a cough or cold, or a wild pigeon in your suburban streets get a cough or cold? We get cough or colds because we take in too much mucus into our bodily systems. And eventually our bodily system says, enough. We have to expel that shit. And even though I do my best as a, the flat earth wizard that I am, I once used to do my best to not take in any dairy products whatsoever, any manufactured shit. In my latter years, I've let myself go a little bit. But, you don't have to be absolutely anal about it. But the thing you have to do is realize that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And so if you're going to take in animal mucus, like dairy, yes, cheese, that's the one thing I will still put on some of my edibilities sometimes. Anything that's made from dairy, anything that's made from animal flesh, anything, they're dead products. They create mucus in the bodily system. And for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. The body cannot digest dead animal products. So for all you big men thinking you can eat meat and shit, that's why you're getting so bloated. That's why you get so fat. You can turn it into muscle if you work out really hard and all that, but at the end of the day, that does not make you strong. If you stop doing that, all that shit will turn back to mucus. And all that mucus is going to get back into your veins and your bodily system, and it has to be eliminated. And that is why when you're getting the cough and cold or flu symptoms and you're expelling mucus, that is your body's natural healing process. So if you take something that's going to suppress your body's natural healing process, all you're going to be doing is storing it back inside your body to deal with at another later time. See, I'm not trying to tell you anything new. This stuff has been known for a long time. You know, I'm not some new fucking genius coming along to tell you this shit, okay? This is known. This is how people like Arnold Ehret back in the early 1900s was healing people who the doctors couldn't help. You know, they were wasting away from consumption. There's that many things that have been suppressed throughout the years. I'm not telling you anything new you don't know. This stuff we know. You know, back in the day, people didn't eat very much meat. They didn't steal too much of the baby cow's food from the udder of the mother to supplement their diet. A little bit of animal fat is good for the brain. Okay? A little bit. But the amounts that we've been saturating our bodies with for too long now is what is creating disease. It's not the germ. It is not the germ. I mean, back in the day, somebody got sick. Yeah. I feel like I'm just like a scratched record, repeating the same stuff over and over. Back in the day, it was demons. They were possessed. They'd get the witch doctor in or the priest or whatever and expel the demons. Nowadays, we have the modern doctors, and they can use all their toxic poisons and so forth to expel the demons, the germs. It hasn't changed, man. It hasn't changed once. I'm going to lay it down for you right here, right now. There is no such thing as a virus. No such thing as a virus. There is nothing that can infect you like a germ that can be treated with drugs and make you better. There is no such thing. What there is your personal responsibility to take care of your body and to not infest it with too much dead material, such as the flesh of dead animals, cooked food, things that take your body a huge amount of energy to digest. Like, fair enough, they're going to absorb some amount of mineral content from them, but at the cost of what? At the cost of what? Think about it, man. Think about it. All energy comes from the sun. All energy. You know, I don't care how far back in history you trace it. All the way back to coal or rocks or whatever. All of that energy was originally harnessed from the sun. And how did the Earth harness that energy from the sun in the first place? It was through photosynthesis, through a plant, a solar plant. See, they're trying to tell us today that we need solar energy to create our electricity. We don't. It's all coming from the sun directly into a plant. Think about it. Think about that. Imagine you grew a field of sunflowers. Every single one of those plants is harnessing the sun. It is drawing the nutrients up from the earth. But if it had no sunlight, it would never do that. They are solar plants. They are creating energy out of the ground. And those sunflower seeds can produce an oil, and you can press that oil out of them. And you can burn that oil if you wished and run diesel engines. Or you can use it for cooking, or you can use it to run animals, which we are. So this is where we get down to the gritty nitty. We have to grow more barley and wheat and make more beer. Look, you got to have a laugh about basically everything, because damn it, if you didn't know how much energy is in a seed, a single seed, one seed can power the world. Yeah, you heard that here. One seed can power the world forever. That's not a big claim. That's just logic. It's logics and facts. Now, obviously, there's more than one seed in the world. There's millions and billions of seeds in the world. We can power this world overnight and get off the grid and get off that system who are enslaving us just like that. Just like that. In less than a year, we can grow a field of hemp or sunflower or corn, or you pick it, even probably wheat, I don't know. You can harness enough oil and sucrose, all of which can be fermented into bloody rocket fuel if you wished anyway. I mean, they make us scared of ethanol from corn oil. That can just power every single combustible engine at the moment. But if we just use unrefined oil, corn oil, hemp oil, we can run every single diesel engine. and every single one of them would be carbon neutral. In fact, we wouldn't be able to run enough engines to combat the amount of fuel or the amount of plants we'd have to grow to make the fuel to combat it, so that they'd all be carbon negative in the first place. So all these idiots, mate, fucking idiots, who think that global warming or all that sort of stuff is an actual thing. I'm telling you, you've been brainwashed. You've been indoctrinated, just like everybody who thinks we live on a spinning space ball in outer space. You've all been indoctrinated, and your latest thing is now global warming, climate crisis, all that sort of bullshit. There is no crisis. The solution is the cure, or the problem is the cure. You guys have been so brainwashed for so long. There is no global warming crisis. There is no climate change crisis. The only crisis is you motherfucking dickheads sitting on your ass who haven't bloody gotten up and said something about the chemtrails going on for so fucking long, you dickheads. Do something about the fucking chemtrails. But you don't want to. You don't want to. You just want to sit on your lazy fucking asses and try and blame us for putting petrol in our cars, which is nothing. But when you cunts allow them motherfuckers to spread chemtrails across our skies, left, right, and motherfucking centre, and do nothing about it, you can't even see them. I can point them out to you every day. Say, look at those fucking chemtrails. I don't see nothing. I just see some fucking... it's just water vapour from airplane. You motherfucking morons. You're the problem. You are the fucking problem. This isn't why I wanted to make this video in the first place, actually. Looks like I'm running out of fucking memory anyway, so looks like this is it. Thanks for listening, and I'll start another one in 2 seconds when I realise what the fuck I come here to talk about.